Hello, intuitive friends, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome. If you're watching this after the live stream and you would like to take part in the free 5-minute readings, then feel free to subscribe to the channel, turn on your notification bell and all notification alerts. So whenever I come on and do a free 5-minute mini tarot or oracle reading, you are notified and then you can add yourself to the list. For those of you who are watching during the live stream, welcome back. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Let's set this up in the back here, backstage, and I'll be with you guys in 2 minutes. Hello, intuitive friends. I am back. Welcome back to the channel. Let's make sure you guys can hear me. And let me see who's here. Please know that if you already participated on Sunday, September 14th, I will not be adding you to the list, but of course, you're more than welcome to say hello and stop by and, chit chat in the chat room. You're more than welcome to do that. All right. Let's see who's here. Brian. Hi, how are you, Brian? Lovebug Blues. Hello. Welcome. Audio sounds great. Okay, awesome, Brian. Thank you so much. Hello, Lovebug Blues. All right, intuitive friends, let's review the important guidelines and then I'm going to jump into the reading. Lovebug Blues, you were here on Sunday, but I don't think you got a message because when I called you, you weren't here. So, of course, I'll be adding you to the list today. So we have Brian is the Ace. We're not doing that. Today we have Brian as number 1, Lovebug number 2. Okay, no worries. Let's review the important guidelines. This is a free live reading for the YouTube subscribers to my channel. Whether you are new or you are a current subscriber. All right. So today I'm going to be channeling messages focusing on what your guides want you to know. But if you were here on Sunday, then you know that I'll be focusing on what you need to release and what you need to embrace. What you need to release and what you need to embrace. Okay. Let's make sure. Here we go. All right, we should be right back on schedule. There we go. All right, so if you're interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box and in the chat. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a 2nd-degree Reiki practitioner as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you're interested in following me on my social media, I am mostly on Instagram. So if you take a look underneath my banner, you will see links there. So please feel free to follow me on my Instagram and all social media platforms. All right. That being said, let's take a look at the 5 guidelines Number one, read the legal disclaimer, which is fine because I'll be reading it shortly. Number two, I will call you in the order you've appeared on the chat list. Number three, if you're not present on the chat, when your name is called, you will be skipped and placed at the end of the list. And then, of course, I'll call you a second time once I am at the end of the list. Number four, tarot serves as guidance, not fixed predictions. Your free will and choices ultimately shape your journey. Number five, what you choose to do with the insights given for entertainment purposes only is always within your power, your responsibility, and free will. The legal disclaimer is as follows. Please remember that readings should never replace professional licensed medical, financial, therapeutic, legal advice or professional licensed medical, financial, therapeutic, legal help. My readings are for entertainment purposes only and are not replacements for getting licensed professional, medical, financial, therapeutic, or legal advice. If you received the free reading on Sunday, September 14th, I won't be adding you to the list today. And by the way, on Sunday, we had about 10 to 12 people on. So chances are like this time around, it's going to be not as many people this time around. So no worries. If you received, okay, we talked about that. Super thanks and super stickers or super chats are going to get extra time. Okay. All right. So this is for entertainment purposes only. One question will be channeled today for free for 5 minutes. Now, you know, sometimes I do go over, but what your guides want you to know, of course, what you need to embrace and what you need to release. Okay. My little puppy is, I already played with him. I fed him. I gave him snacks. And he still wants my attention. So we're going to let me deal with him for a second. Let me give him a treat so he can chew along and relax. And then the first person on the list is going to be Brian, followed up by Lovebug Blues. Okay, Ace, what's the matter here? Listen to me. Are you listening? You're going to be quiet. Okay? All right, intuitive friends, welcome, welcome. All right. Okay. Hello, Nettie. How are you? Yes, I'll add you to the list. All right. So today is Tuesday, right? Yeah, Tuesday the 16th. 9/16. We have Brian first, followed up by Lovebug. I don't know. I think I said Ladybug before. Lovebug Blues. You're up next. And then number 3, we have Nettie. All right. Awesome, Nettie P. All right. Great. Let us start. All right, Brian. Hi. Welcome back. Let me just make sure that I have here. There we go. Now we have, I am so sorry. I feel like I'm all over the place today. So now we are up to Brian. Hi, Brian. All righty. Welcome back. All right, Brian, let's take a look here at what your guides want you to know, focusing on what they would like for you or what you should release and then what you should embrace. Okay, Brian, that's what we're going to be focusing on this week. What you should release and what you should embrace. So let's see what's coming through. All right, Brian. Brian's guides, what is it that he should release? And then we're going to take a look at what you should embrace in a few. What you should release. All right. So we have here, oh, interesting. It says a time for spirit. Basically, someone sitting down and having a moment to meditate, okay? Why? Well, because there could be something here. And again, take it as it may resonate. There may be something here that may feel like it's a little bit not moving forward, or you have here the snow angel. There are the signs are with you already. You may be missing some sign symbol synchronicities that are around you. I'm not saying that you know that that's the case, but that may be the case. There may be some things that are, whether it's signs, symbols, synchronicities that you may be missing only because maybe you are, busy, right? You're focused on getting things done here in the 3D world. You're in the hustle and the bustle of things. And, I get it. That happens to me too. But one way to ensure that you still remain present in all the things that you need to do on a day-to-day basis, but also be present in the now, is by ensuring that you either continue, if this is a practice that you're doing already, to continue consistently grounding your energy. Okay, so that's number one. There may be sign, symbol, synchronicities, or serendipitous events that may be happening around you that you're not, either paying attention, focusing on. There could be something here because there's a snow. This is all about the winter. This is about the cold. This is about the fact of, in the winter, things hibernate. Things aren't growing. It's a time, where everything seems to stand still on the surface. And there could be something here that you may feel is standing still on the surface, or a specific area in your life where you feel that there is either an emotional disconnect or a disconnect altogether. Okay. So there is that, that disconnect in some way, shape, or form. This could be in any area, in love, in career, in finances, family, friends, loved ones. Okay. So there could be an emotional disconnect or just an energetic disconnect with something. That's number one. The second thing, it could be something that you are feeling like it's not moving, like it's not, moving along. There's a sense here of a sense of stillness. So your guides are asking you to pay attention to this energy, any of the three that I just mentioned. And in order to counterbalance that energy, okay, whether it's just that you have a lot of things going on and somehow you are energetically disconnecting from your, from grounding or grounding yourself, or whether it could be in any other way. The point is, this is a reminder here with the pink lotus to take the time that you need in order to reconnect with yourself. Okay. All right. Now, the fact that it says that the signs are with you already, you may be very much aware about what this may be. Interesting. The Chariot flipped over along with the Five of Pentacles. Okay. So let's take a look at that, because that just flipped over there. All right. So let's take a look here. So, Brian, you do have here the Chariot and the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles, there may have been a loss here in some way, shape, or form, whether it's an emotional loss, whether it's that you feel that something was valuable. Okay. The Five of Pentacles is feeling like we've lost something valuable, whether it's a connection, whether it's, something that didn't pan out as we would have wanted it to pan out. Okay. And what this is saying is what you should embrace is the fact that you are never alone. That even if you are going through situations, circumstances, events, or if you're going through an awakening, you're not going through it by yourself. There are support, or there may be support in the 3D realm, your friends, family, loved ones, partner, etc. And or this could be reminding you that you do have you know your extended ethereal family, right? The ethereal realm, your guides, your higher self. Okay, you guys are asking you to embrace the fact that to move things forward, even if you think that something isn't moving forward superficially, even if you think like, listen, I've been asking for this, I've been wishing, hoping, desiring, whatever this may be, it's not moving forward. Your guides are telling you still embrace the confidence of having the faith and being hopeful that something will be moving forward. Okay, the Chariot is ruled by Cancer. Cancer is a water sign. Okay, so this could be about controlling your emotions and ensuring that you're very much focused on, moving whatever idea, situation you may be feeling here that may be a little bit stagnant. Okay, the Chariot says here, I go forward with confidence. All right. So moving with a sense of, even if you cannot see something growing, moving, okay, understanding here that there is something maybe energetically that is growing and moving, even if you can't see it with your eyes. There may be some things here happening behind the scenes. Okay, and your focus on being hopeful, having faith. And I want to talk about here the Chariot very quickly, because the Chariot is about forward movement, but it's also very important here about this rider. This rider and the two horses here all need to be in the same alignment, in the same path. So this is telling me here, your mind, body, and your soul all need to be on the same alignment, okay, headed towards the same goal, okay, in union, okay, unified to move forward. And the reason why this may be coming out is because when we're not centered, right? When we're not centered, our mind may be in one direction, our energy may be in another. And so this reading here is talking about the importance of ensuring that all parts of yourself, both the 3D realm, in the 3D realm, and um intuitively or energetically, no, are all in alignment. Okay, let's take a look at what else is coming through for you here, Brian. You have here love, and what's beautiful here, it may be in your love life, you may be feeling this in the area of your love life. Okay, now it doesn't have to be, but it could be. Okay, now remember, love can be romantic and love can be non-romantic. All right, so I'll just leave it at that. And you do have here innocence. Okay, so innocence is look at the self and your situation. So understand that there's, have the unconditional love and the grace to give yourself if you are experiencing something, or that you're doing something that it's, again, like maybe your routine, right? Maybe you haven't had the time, maybe you have been inconsistent, but to give yourself the grace to allow yourself to go, like if you step outside of that, like let's say, you know, your focus is, yes, I'm going to meditate 3 times a week, at the very minimum 3 times a week, and it's like it's a busy week and you don't even get to do it once. Instead of just kind of, and this is an example, I'm not saying that this is what's happening here, Brian, but as an example, instead of saying, you know what, you know, I just, you know, shouldn't meditate at all because I just can't get it together because I'm busy, instead of just like having that type of energy, to say yourself, okay, so okay, big deal, this week I didn't have the opportunity to do it. Give yourself the grace and the unconditional love to get back on track. Okay. All right. Well, finally, Ace has come down, so this is good. There could be something here, Brian, especially with the fact that love is looking at my left-hand side. There could have been here a situation, circumstance, or event, maybe particularly here in your love life. It doesn't have to be, but I am picking that up, that you may have thought, you know what, it's dead, done, and over with. I'm not gonna find someone. I'm not going to be able to connect with someone who's in alignment with me. So I'm just going to shut myself down in regards to that area. This is just an example, right? And this is saying, no, you know, embrace the fact that yes, maybe things didn't work out in a connection in the past or recent past, but maybe it was because it wasn't either meant for you or it didn't have the important elements that you needed in order for you and that person to be in total alignment. Okay, because that's also important, right? The alignment, where we're going, our goals, are they on the same path? Are we working with each other or against each other, right? All right, let's see what else is coming through here, Brian. Last but not least, remain hopeful is what I'm hearing clairaudiently. So remain hopeful for the things, okay? Remain hopeful that whatever it is that maybe in the past or recent past you've been wishing, hoping, and desiring will come to fruition. There may have been this sense of losing something of great importance, but now getting yourself back on track and moving in the direction where you are hopeful that this idea, this goal, you can reach those goals. You can reach that specific idea. Okay. Whoa. Look at that. You have 5-5. Interesting. That's my birthday. That's so funny. Okay, you said it says here 0550. Look at that. That's so funny. So fives are all about changes. Okay. So there may be something here that there's a change or a shift that you may be experiencing. And that could be the reason here why this is talking about you needing to center your energy or create a routine for that, right? To make sure that you stay on track there. 0550, you may be seeing mirror numbers. It says the eye candy, intuition, creativity, aesthetics, expression, networking, harmony, potential, and romance. Interesting, because I just talked about that for you here. Now, again, I'm not saying that this is only about that, or it could be about that, but there you go. And it's so funny because that's my date of birth, May 5th. That's so funny. This is saying take a break to enjoy fresh air or gather with your friends for a delightful time. Okay. So, again, carving or creating that space for you to unwind. It may be in a meditative state, it may be just connecting with your friends, family, or loved ones. It says, appreciate the natural beauty around you, waiting to be discovered. You may soon start an exciting new project or enjoy a charming date. Use your charisma to connect with others and create meaningful interactions wherever you go. Okay. So there may be here something, a connection, a person, whether it's in love, whether it's in career or in any area that you may not even see. You're not seeing the potential in that sign symbol synchronicity for whatever reason. There's something about sign symbol synchronicity coming in for you here. So there's something here that's already in front of you that you may not be seeing in that way because the signs are with you already, like it said. So there's something here that may be like right in your face and you not really giving it that thought or looking at it from that perspective. And this is talking about maybe because you may be very much focusing on what you have lost. Maybe there's a little bit here of this jaded energy, right? Maybe there's a little bit of this kind of like, that could never happen. You see what I'm saying? And so your guides are asking you to let go of that energy and really open yourself for the possibility for more. So there you go. Wow, Brian. Very, very interesting here. Oh, 555, Brian wrote. There you go. Oh, it's funny. Well, I don't know. Are you in the Brian, are you in the Eastern Standard Time? Because literally that was the time a little while ago, 555. So I'm in New York, and it's 5:58. So there you go. That could also be a sign symbol synchronicity. Oh, you are. Okay. So there that's interesting. There you go. So Brian, I hope these messages have been insightful. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. Please let me know if this resonated for you. I know it was a little choppy at the beginning because Ace was not being the most helpful, but now he's taking a nap. So, he's chilling now. But let me know if that has made sense for you. But hey, listen, welcoming a fellow New Yorker just like me. Awesome. All right, Brian. Well, hopefully those messages have resonated for you. There may be of course, if it doesn't resonate now, there could be something here that may resonate a little later. But there's something right in front of you and you're not being able to see it because there's a sense of you needing to clear and center and ground yourself in order to really see the possibility of something here. Okay, Brian? All right. Thank you so much. Up next, we have Love Bug Blues. Hello, Love Bug Blues. Let's see who else is stopping by. Thank you so much, Brian, for stopping by today. Again, I hope these messages have resonated for you. So we have Love Bug Blues is next, followed by Nettie. After Nettie, we have Tanya. After Tanya, we have Brent. Hello, Brent. Hello, Tanya. After Brent and Tanya, that's it. Okay, awesome. So intuitive friends, let me know where you are from so that we can say hi from wherever you are. Look at that. All right, intuitive friends, let's take a look here. This message is for Love Bug Blues, but before I begin, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, not too far away. You're not too far away. It's so funny. My grandfather lived in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He was from a little tiny town called Sweetly, Pennsylvania. So there you go. Oh, Thomasville, Georgia. Hello, Georgia. Georgia's in the house. New York City is in the house with Brian and myself both being from New York. Love Bug Blues is from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And wow, Nettie is from Nova Scotia. Wow, thank you for visiting from so far away. All right, John. Hello, John. John, I'm adding you to the list. You are number 6. Wow, this is beautiful. Thank you so much, guys. Halifax, Nova Scotia. Or Nova, is it Nova Scotia? Because there's a little heart here that never lets me. Nova, I want to say it's, yeah. Yeah, Nova Scotia. I was right. All right, intuitive friends, let's hop on to the next reading. As I always want to remind you, my name is Lexa Tarot, especially if you're new to the channel. And if you're new, let us know so that we can give you a nice warm welcome. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second-degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, then take a look down below in the description box as well as in the chat. My credentials are there and you can get to know more about me. Okay. If you are watching and you would like to take part, yes, you need to be subscribed to the channel, and make sure that you turn on your notification bell. All right, so Brian was like, there are aspects of the reading. Well, Brian, I'm gonna read that in a few as soon as I finish with Love Bug Blues. Love Bug Blues, Doug's energy. What? Okay, so like I said, okay, so Love Bug, we don't know if it's gonna be focusing on that specific question, but we're gonna see what you need to release and what you need to embrace, or what you should release and what you should embrace. Okay, so let's see what your guys want to share with you. Okay, what you need to know. Okay, what do you need to release? It says sewer mermaid. There may be some self-sabotaging thoughts or limited beliefs that may be going on here. There may be a little bit of codependent behavior, old pattern of behavior. There could be something here. There could be some self-worth issues or feeling a little bit insecure, either about yourself or about something. There's a sense of like, I feel insecure. I'm not too sure about something. I'm not very confident in something specific. You know, like there's something specific here that you're not very confident about. Okay. Your sensuality is beautiful. Now, the reason why this is coming up in the releasing is because this is saying there may be something here that you are thinking about, or that you may be feeling like you feel like you're not enough in fill in the blank, or I'm too fill in the blank. So either there may be something or someone that is creating more stress in that kind of energy. There may be doing something or saying something where you are inadvertently, you're feeling that sense of insecurity. Okay. So there may be a situation, circumstance, or an event, or a person that may be around you that you feel like, I don't know if I'm enough. Am I to this? Am I not enough of that? And so what you need to release is that energy, because there is this beauty in you. Okay. Internal beauty, external beauty, there are uniqueness about you that are that radiate, that are attractive, and you're not allowing yourself to focus on your pluses. You are, in a way, okay, leaning more to feeling a little bit insecure or less than in something, or unsure or uncertain about something. A clear solution is the next card. Now, the clear solution is the Lantern Fairy, which there is something here that is very much connected or giving me this energy of the Hermit card in Tarot. Now, the Hermit card in Tarot is ruled by Virgo. So there may be something here where you need to reflect on whatever this energy, okay, is talking about. So what is, or who is, or what situation, circumstance, or event is are you allowing yourself to feel less than? What is it about that person, situation, circumstance, or event that's making you feel like you are not as confident or not as certain about either your skills, your qualities, or something having to do with you? Okay. So that's what's coming through here with the Sword Mermaid. Okay, by having this energy of like feeling inadequate, or feeling you know, with a sense of insecurity, it's clouding your natural, unique, radiant self. Okay, because wherever the mind goes, energy flows, and whatever you perceive, you believe. So if you perceive, you have this perception where you're not good enough, or you're not, whatever those, self-sabotaging thoughts or limited beliefs may be, then you will believe it, right? What you perceive, your mind believes. So this is talking about needing to release that type of energy. All right, let's see what else is coming through for you here. Love bug blues. What do you need to embrace? The Emperor. What you need to embrace, by the way, the Emperor is ruled by Aries, okay? So you need to embrace your perception to feel like you believing in yourself, that you are a fantastic person, that you are a leader, that you are the type of person who has the ability to, get things done. Aries energy, fire energy, to ignite your fire, to ignite your passion, to ignite your drive, your ambition. You need to believe in yourself. Okay, there's a lot of yellow here. So this may be very much connected to your solar plexus energy. So work on your solar plexus as well. Solar plexus solfeggio frequency hertz is 528. So when you wake up in the morning, listen to the solar plexus 528 hertz solfeggio frequency for about 5 minutes. Allow yourself to connect with that energy. And by the way, that's like the center of your stomach, like where your belly button is, around that area. So that's the solar plexus, okay? Because here it says, I make empowered choices. There's a sense of empowerment. There's a sense of believing in yourself that is very much needed here, so that you can let go of the self-sabotaging thoughts or limited beliefs, or the lack mindset that you may have. So it's not so much about the external person, situation, circumstances, or events. It's about you. It's your energy towards the things that are on the outside. It's your inner belief, your inner confidence, your inner drive, passion, motivation. You believing in yourself. You saying to yourself, you know what? I'm attractive. I'm sexy. I have what it takes to to do X, Y, and Z. Is that type of confidence here that you need to hold on to, so that you can release the self-sabotaging thoughts or limited beliefs. You need to clear that energy, so that whatever it is that you are trying to attract, we don't chase, we attract. The energy that you are attracting is one that matches your positive energy, not matches the self-sabotaging thoughts or limited beliefs. Let's see what else is coming through. All right, let's see. Emperor, what you need to embrace. Dreams, okay? You need to embrace the belief that your goals, your dreams, the things that you are trying to achieve, the things that you are continuing to push forward, to move towards, okay? That that you have the power to do it. You have to believe, not in a egotistical or self-centered way, but in a confident way, exude confidence, believe in your power, in your ability to make things happen. It's the energy that you give out that people will believe, even if there are parts that you may be a little bit kind of hesitant on, right? And we all have that within ourselves, right? There's some areas in our life we are super confident and forward about. And then there's certain areas in our life we tend to be, we dim the light a little bit for ourselves because we are not as confident. This is talking about turn it up like the sun, honey. All right. So really, embrace that confident leadership, energy. Okay. Dreams, it says significant decision rethink. Yeah, there's something here about you needing to reassess or reevaluate how you're coming across. How are you standing in your power? Are you standing in your power? Are you allowing yourself to radiate that type of confidence, or are you allowing your self-sabotaging thoughts or limited beliefs to get the best of you? Ooh, let's see, what is that? Ooh, both of them. Okay, so you have two cards and they're all look at this. This is so interesting. So one card here on the left, which is very interesting, it's in the area of release, and this 0909 is in the area of what you need to embrace. And what's interesting, talk about sign symbol synchronicities, is over here. Remember, we're talking about what you need to release and then what you need to embrace. So I'm going to read this one first, and then I'm going to follow it up with this one. So you may be seeing 999 or nines as sign symbol synchronicities. It may not come across as the number 9. Sometimes it may be something like 18. 1 plus 8 is equal to 9, things of that nature. Maybe 27, 72. There could be multiples there that when you add those two digits, they give you 9. So just be aware of that. You have here release. Your current circumstances are ending, opening the door to better opportunities. Okay, so there may be something here, again, that may be ending for a new beginning, which is interesting. That's the card right after. If you're facing significant changes, consider viewing your life as a series of cycles or chapters. Embrace this transition by making room for new experiences and welcoming fresh beginnings into your life. Okay, so needing to release this energy here, you need to open up to this energy over here, which is obviously the energy of what you should embrace. It says 0909. There you go. And by the way, September 21st, we have a solar eclipse, which is a cosmic reset of opening up a new chapter, a new portal for us to really move forward in the things that we want to achieve and we want to, increase and make better. It says, keep an eye out for an opportunity that could change everything. Okay. You are completing something significant, and it's rewarding to see yourself level up. It makes sense because the Emperor card here is about leveling up. Okay. Number one, it's the major arcana. So it does add more energetic weight. It's not a regular minor arcana. So this is like a heavy duty one here. Okay. So you need to believe in yourself. Yeah, you're going to be leveling up here, but it's all dependent on how you showcase that power, you standing in your power, in your sense of believing in yourself and your confidence. It says it's time to close an old chapter over here and embrace new adventure that's about to unfold. I mean, wow, talk about sign symbol synchronicities here for you. This is beautiful. Love Bug Blues, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and continue to subscribe to the channel. I greatly appreciate you stopping by today. Don't forget to share my YouTube channel with like-minded souls. All right, intuitive friends, I see now that I'm looking here, I see some names here. I see Zerayona and Anaya. Welcome, welcome. I'm going to add you to the list, both of you. Just give me 1 second. Let me just add these cards back to into the proper decks. For those of you who are here, welcome. If you're new to the channel, my name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box or in the chat, okay? All that information is there. Now, for those of you who are my current subscribers, welcome back. Great to see you. Please remember that these messages are free. However, if you would like to add more time to your reading, and of course, more time is going to equal to more decks and more depth, then feel free to do a super. So either a super sticker, a super thanks, or a super chat. Okay. And I'll be more than happy to add more time to your reading and also more depth. Now, please do this before I get to your name so that I can so that I'm aware, and so also that the person that is after you is aware that there will be a longer wait. Okay. So if you guys can do that, that'd be greatly appreciated. All right. So hello, John. Zariona. Hello. Okay, Zariona, I'm gonna add you to the list. So here I have number 7, Zariona. Number 8, we have Anaya. Hello, Anaya. Number 9, we have Myra. Hello, Myra. Welcome. Okay, so Myra, if you haven't been to the channel, if you're new here, just take a look at the chat, because I wrote what messages I'm going to be channeling. So I'm not taking personal questions, but what I am channeling is one question, which is for free for 5 minutes, what your guides want you to know in regards to what energy you should be releasing and what you should be embracing. And the reason why I'm focusing on those messages is because the solar eclipse is coming up on the 21st. So it'd be a great idea here for those of you who, oh, by the way, Anaya says you love the nails. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. That's the new look for the week. Bing. So yeah, so that's going to be important because we do have a solar eclipse that's coming in our direction. Okay. So there we go. All right. That being said, love bug blues. I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and continue to subscribe to the channel. Okay. Up next, we have Nettie. Nettie, you are up next. So Nettie, if you are here, come on down. Hello, Nettie. All right. After Nettie, we have Tanya. Oh, thank you so much for your thumbs up. I so appreciate it. Thank you, intuitive friends. Nettie. Okay, Nettie's here. Okay, welcome back, Nettie. Thank you so much for stopping by. Nettie, let's take a look here at what your guides want you to know in regards to what you should release and what you should embrace. Thank you so much. You guys love the nails this week, huh? There you go. Thank you. All right, intuitive friends, let's take a look here what's coming through for you, Nettie. What your guides want you to know, what you need to release. Please, a reminder here, Nettie, just a reminder that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. And we have here Death and the Maiden, Invasion, Boundaries Violated, Dominance, okay? What you need to release. Okay, you have Aloha Healing here. Makes sense. What you need to release is this whether this is stagnant, a situation, circumstance, or event that may have happened in the past or recent past, specifically with either a specific person or a specific event or environment. So it's coming across as something connected to the past or something connected to someone in the past or recent past. So what you need to release is the harbored energies, the feelings here that are very much connected to that situation, circumstance, or event. You know, whether it's the negative memories, whether it's the emotions that you may still be residually hanging on to, whether it's that you're talking about this person or event or environment, whether it's that you may think about them from time to time. Whatever this is very much connected to an individual in your past or recent past, or an experience, or an environment. So your guides are saying it's time for you to let go of the past. It's time for you to heal, to welcome the healing process. And one of the things here that's coming through is one important element here is for you to make the consistent decision to not talk about that situation, circumstance, event, or person, to not think about that person, situation, circumstance, or event, or environment. So for you to create a very a line in the sand and say to yourself, you know what, I'm not going to continue to look backwards. I'm not, because the more that you think about, talk about, reminisce about the past, the more the past stays in your present and the more you're unable to move past your past. So there needs to be here healthy boundaries that you are strengthening within yourself, that you're also not allowing someone or something from the past or recent past to feel as if they can intrude into your life whenever they want, right? So whether this is through a text, a phone call, talking to them sometimes, there seems to be here a sense of still being very much connected to either a person, a situation, or event in the past or recent past. And that connection needs to be re-evaluated, because what's happening here is not allowing you to heal. Now, what's interesting here is that you have the number 28 with this card and the number 19. Now, 2 plus 8 is equal to 10, and 1 plus 9 is equal to 10. 10 is about the completion. So we need to completely end this cycle, this energy, this situation, circumstance, or event. There needs to be the sense of, again, strengthening your boundaries, whether it's cutting the communication with this person. Obviously, if there's kids involved, that's going to be different, right? It's going to be different, but there still needs to be kind of like a line in the sand. If it's not about the kids, I don't want to hear it, type of energy. Like if it's not about this specific responsibility that we still share together, then there shouldn't be any other type of communication, right? So it has to have a main idea or focus on whatever it is. But other than that, this is talking about, again, this energy of needing to release and heal that, because the more that you allow the energy, the person, or this situation, circumstance, or event from the past or recent past to continue to surface and resurface in your mind, in your conversations, or in your energetic field, then the more that this situation from the past is going to continue to exist, and the more difficult it's going to be for you to move forward. Okay, so again, you need to release these emotions, these energies, so that you can move forward. Okay. All right, intuitive friends. Let's see here, Nettie. What else is coming through for you? All right. What do you need to embrace? What you need to embrace is, so you have here the Knight of Cups. What you need to embrace is listening to your intuition and your heart, allowing yourself to move forward. Okay? Leave this behind so that you can move in a new direction. Whether it's energetically forgiving yourself from the situation, circumstance, or event, or energetically forgiving the person, the situation, the circumstance, or the event, or energetically forgiving yourself for staying in a situation that wasn't the best. However, that may resonate, it's time for you to really do that. Energetically forgive. You could listen to the Ho'oponopono prayer or the Ho'oponopono invocation or chant. That's a great way for you to release. It's on YouTube. There's free. It's free. You know, just write the Ho'oponopono prayer or the Ho'oponopono invocation or the Ho'oponopono chant. That's energetic releasing anything that, you know, may still be lingering with guilt, remorse, or just us needing to forgive others as well. So that's a great chant, a great invocation, or great meditation to do in order to really disconnect. Another one, of course, has a lot to do with your heart chakra. So making sure that you listen to the heart chakra 639 hertz solfeggio frequency, where you're healing your heart in the process. Okay, that's going to be super important. That's going to help you move forward. Okay, the Knight of Cups says, I know that the right person waits until I am ready. Okay, so the right situations are waiting for you, but in order for you to move in those directions and attract that beautiful energy, you do need to release this energy first. Last but not least, let's take a look at what else you need to embrace. Knight of Cups is the energy of following your heart and following your intuition. Again, the message of, you know, apology, the message of, you know, having this emotional connection and awareness with your own emotions and feelings so that you can let the ones that shouldn't be still clinging to you, you know, let go of those so that you can move with a sense of freedom and flow in regards to your heart or your emotions. Okay, let's see what else is coming through for you. You have here wisdom. There are things that you have learned. So even if you may say, look, this situation, circumstance, or event in the past or recent past, I should have never had to deal with it. I shouldn't have gone through it. There's something here about needing to understand that there was a lesson involved there. Okay. Look at that. Look what just popped out of the deck, personal power. I'll talk about that in a minute. But wisdom is your ability to see this past situation, circumstance, or event, no matter how emotionally devastating this either person, environment, or energy was. There's the light at the end of the tunnel. So there's something here for you to have learned a lesson about. And it could be about you standing in your power, believing in yourself. Okay, having the ability to, you know, again, mean what you say and say what you mean. So, and very, very interesting, because this is again coming through with this energy about paying attention to strengthening your healthy boundaries, making sure that you have the the personal power to say no when it's no, and to actually mean what you say and say what you mean. So you have here personal power. It says all that is good and pleasant in your life is about to multiply. Angels are sending this number to reassure you of the prosperity and well-being that lie ahead. Your surroundings will treat you with admiration and respect. And maybe you weren't getting that in the past or recent past. Okay. So again, there's this sense of like learning a lesson through an experience or a challenge. It says here, use your personal power for the greater good. Wow. Talk about Sign symbol synchronicities here for you. I hope these messages have been insightful, Nettie. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and continue to subscribe. Let me know if these messages resonated for you. And of course, for those of you who are watching, my email is Lexa Tarot, at Lexa Tarot at gmail.com. So if there's ever, anything you guys want to give validation confirmation in the privately, you are more than welcome to do that as well. All right, Nettie, thank you so much for stopping by. I do see a couple of you are joining, have joined the list. Just give me 2 seconds. I'm going to add you here. All right. So by the way, after I add the following people, if you are kind of like, I don't know if I should get a free reading, now is the time to get yourself on the list because I'm about to close it. Okay. So I'm about to close it. It says, Nettie, it says, thank you kindly. This reading was spot on. This helped me very much. Okay, excellent. I am happy that that resonated for you. Just remember, there, I gave you 2 things there that you can use. They're all free. And you could also listen to my Lexa Tarot Reiki long distance healing. That's also a great way to also revitalize your energy and get yourself up and started, okay, in that focus here. All right. So we have Myra. After Myra, who came up next? Carmen. Hello, Carmen. Yeah, remember last time. Well, this is a new week, so this is fine. Carmen, you are here. Ron C, welcome back. And Tanya. Oh, yeah, Tanya, you're up next. Okay, excellent. All right, awesome. So let me close the session just so that we can get all the people that are on. Oh, yes, John, I know you're here, my love. So let me read the list. I have Tanya is coming up next. After Tanya, we have Brent. After Brent, we have John. After John, we have Zeriona. After Zeriona, we have Anaya. After Anaya, we have Myra. After Myra, we have Carmen. After Carmen, we have Ron C. Okay? So there we go. That's our list for today. Okay? And then I've closed the session. Okay? So no worries. Those of you who are on the list, you're still getting your messages. I'm just closing the list so that other people who may want to get on today's list are aware that the list is closed. All right, there we go. All right, intuitive friends, welcome back. Up next, we have Tanya. Hello, Tanya. Welcome. Thank you so much, Tanya, for stopping by. Tanya, as a reminder that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. And let's see here what your guides want you to know in regards to what you should release and what you should embrace. Please remember, intuitive friends, sometimes the messages may not resonate right away. There may be, they may be messages for a later time, but you may be getting it ahead of time, okay? So just keep that in mind. All right, Tanya, remember that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. And what you have coming out of the deck all by itself is Lady with the Bosch Egg. So Lady with the Bosch Egg says ancient wisdom, okay? And there's this silence here that I am picking up in regards to this person that's here on the card. There's a sense here of interesting because I'm getting like, I don't know if maybe you even consider yourself here an intuitive person. There's something here about you being intuitive, having sixth senses, having gut level feelings. There's the sense of like knowing something and not knowing how you know what you know, but you get a funny feeling and to listen to that. And the reason why this is coming in the releasing section is because there's something here about you holding back. Either you're holding back your actual potential to do more and to embrace that intuitive or sixth senses type of energy. And you may be maybe not even paying attention to how you may be silencing that intuitive ability that you have, or that sixth sense, or maybe you're an empath. Maybe you could really connect with other people in different ways. And this is talking about someone who has a lot of potential here, someone who really, and again, it says ancient wisdom. It's as if, and listen, I'm just making the comparison. You may or may not, believe in reincarnation, right? But I'm getting here that you have so much experience from either a past life or past lives, or that you have a lot of experience that you've accumulated with a lot of situations, circumstances, events, or challenges that you may have had in this lifetime. Either way, there's this sense of like you keeping quiet or being silent, or dimming your light. I don't know, intuitive light, sixth senses. And this is talking about it's time for you to really allow yourself to open that side of yourself, to start listening to the fact that maybe you are a person who is intuitive. Maybe you are a person who is an empath. Maybe you do have six senses here that are trying to say, hey, pay attention. And maybe you do pay attention, but you don't follow through. Or maybe you do pay attention, but you're not fully embracing the actual potential that you can harness. Like there's so much more behind this intuitive energy that you may possess. You may have a natural knack or an ability. So if it's not a sixth sense, there's something here about you having a natural knack or ability, and you may be pushing it back. It's like you're not allowing yourself to stand, front and center, and allow yourself to open up to this specific skill or the specific talent or something. Okay. So ancient wisdom is saying you have a lot of experience. You have a lot of intuitive know-how. You could just be really, really good at something, and you're really holding yourself back because there's a lack of believing in yourself. Okay. And if you've been feeling like, I don't feel like I am grounded or centered, it could be because there's a part of you that you are not allowing, or that you're not exploring. Like you're not letting it loose. You're not practicing it. You're not bringing it up to front and center stage. Okay. And this is talking about you have a lot of untapped potential here, and for you to focus on it and see how you can, fine tune it, or practice makes perfect type of energy, that type of energy is what I'm getting here. So you have here, the Knight of Cups. Listen to your heart, listen to your intuition, follow your intuition, follow your heart. There may be something here that you've always been very passionate about, and that you haven't done because maybe there's a fear of failure. Maybe there's a fear of success. Maybe, you're shy, or maybe you don't see yourself as a person who really knows a lot about that specific area or that specific topic. And your guides are saying here, no, embrace that energy that you feel like because there's something here about you. Maybe you are an empath. Maybe this is career related too, because there's something here like maybe, and this is an example, maybe you've always wanted to be a social worker, or maybe you've always wanted to be a therapist, and you just ended up in a whole different career. And this is talking about whatever that desire that you've always had. Listen to it, because there's an emotional connection and an emotional awareness with this energy inside of you, that the moment that you realize what it is, that you can really tap into that potential that you have and really bring it out into the open. Okay. And dedicate the focus, and the giving, making it grow here. Okay. So this is how this is coming across to me. All right, let's take a look here. So there could be a heart's desire that you've always wanted to do and you just haven't done, or a project that you've been wanting to explore, or a career path or something. But there's something here that is, again, I feel that there's this sense that you're limiting yourself and you're not really going full throttle on whatever this may be. You have here compassion, view and extend, okay? So there's something here about maybe you haven't been able to tune in or tap into that specific area because maybe you had other responsibilities that you needed to focus on, right? Maybe there's a sense here of like, I had to do the self-sacrifice on something else, and I had to put something off in the back burner, right? And so what this is saying is there's always time to, see how you can bring, or flourish that idea, or ways that you can explore other avenues on how to release that untapped potential. Okay. So giving yourself the grace that is needed in order for you, to move towards that. Because sometimes it's like, yeah, sometimes like we really have these ideas, right? And this heart passion. And it's like, but there are other responsibilities, there are other things, right, in the 3D world that we need to focus on. And maybe it just, didn't pan out that first time. But this is talking about finding different ways to go around it, and also to energetically forgive yourself from, feeling like, this is a lost cause, or I shouldn't go in that direction, or I'm too fill in the blank. There's some type of self-sabotaging thought or limited belief there. Look at this. You have starting fresh, 1313. Not only that's the one that we're going to look at. Take a look at this. You have mirror numbers. You have the number 31 here. So you have 31 here, and the mirror number of 31 is 13. So 1 plus 3 is equal to 4, and 4 is all about the stability. So there's something here about creating some sense of stability in a skill or something that you are naturally really good at, and really unleashing that potential. This says here starting fresh, and that makes sense because on September 21st, there's going to be a solar eclipse. So solar eclipses are the moment that it allows us to have this cosmic reset and really open ourselves to new chapters, a fresh new start, new perspectives. Okay. So that energy is coming towards, next week or something like that. Okay. This is saying you see what I was telling you? Look at this. Remember that I said that I feel like you're like holding back in something? Holding something back, holding a special quality, a special skill. Look at this. It says, step out of your comfort zone and begin creating something meaningful. Your skills and talent are aligning to bring you auspicious rewards. Build your confidence and trust in your decisions as you embark on new beginnings. I was just talking about that with you in regards to the Knight of Cups. Knights are all about movement. So it's like following your heart, following your intuition, connecting emotionally, connecting with your heart, connecting with that awareness. Look at that. Very, very interesting. There you go. Sign symbol synchronicities there with the number 1313. And again, 31 is the mirror number. So I hope these messages have been insightful, Tanya. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and continue to subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much, Tanya. I hope these messages have resonated for you. All right. Up next, we have Brent. Okay, Brent, come on down. It's your time to get your free reading. While I place all these cards back into the deck, I do want to say welcome to those of you who are new subscribers or are visiting the channel. Welcome. My name is Lexa Tarot. I am a second-degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box. All my information is down below. For those of you who are current subscribers, welcome back. Great to see you. Thank you so much, all of you new subscribers, visitors, and current subscribers alike. Thank you so much for your thumbs up, your like, share. Your thumbs up. Please don't forget to like, share, and continue to subscribe. Now, let's take a look here at the list. Okay, let's review the list. We have Tanya, which I just finished Tanya's reading. By the way, we have here, it's me again, dear Alexa. Just drop by to like and say hello. Looking forward to another reading soon. Take care. Bye, everyone. Aw, thank you so much. It's me again. It's great to see you and hear from you. Thank you so much. So up next, we have Brent. Brent, come on down. It's your turn. Okay. So when I come back, Brent should be here. If not, we're going to go to the next person. But up next, we have Brent. After Brent, I'm going to now write down everyone on the list. Okay, because now it's shorter, so I can actually. After Brent, we have John. After John, we have Zeriona. After Zeriona, we have Anaya. I think I'm spelling your name wrong, Anaya. My apologies. After Anaya, we have Myra. After Myra, we have Carmen. After Carmen, we have Ron C. Okay, so I'm writing this down so that everyone can see. And there we go. All right. All right, so I don't think that Brent is here, but John, if you're here, come on down. Okay, John, if you are here, come on down. Okay, John, welcome to the channel. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much, John, for stopping by. Just a reminder here, John, that these messages are for entertainment purposes only, okay? And intuitive friends, just so you know, if you do a super thanks, super chat, or super sticker, you will get more time on your reading, and you're also going to get more decks, okay? So I'm going to go deeper into your reading. Okay, so for those of you who are interested in that, please do that early so that I can also put a little symbol here next to your name so I know that you did a super. Okay, all right, John, let's see what's coming through here for you, what your guys want you to know, what you need to release. Wow, that just slipped out of the deck like so easily. It's saying here, aloha healing. There may be some residual energies here in your heart or residually here that you may be holding on to. Something here needs to heal, whether it's mental, emotional, physical, energetic healing. All right. There's a sense here of mending, fixing, or repairing something. All right. Okay, let's see. What could this be talking about here? It's time to be brave. Look at that. All right, so this could be talking about a situation, circumstance, or event in the past or recent past that may have created or casted this energy here of you feeling like you're still dealing with it in some way, shape, or form. Whether it's in the memories that come to mind, the conversations that come to mind. Maybe there have been things left unsaid, unspoken, things that you have maybe kept to yourself. There's a sense of maybe not saying something out of either fear of rejection or not saying something because there's a sense of like trying to keep something to yourself. Okay. Now, it's coming across a lot having to do with the throat chakra and the heart chakra. So I want to talk about that with you. Number one, the throat chakra. If it's something that has to do with like you left unspoken, something has been left, there hasn't been the proper closure here of something, reality. Okay, that's how it's coming across. The proper closure towards something. So if you feel that that's the case, work on your throat chakra. Okay, listen to the solfeggio frequency of 741 hertz. That's free on YouTube. You could go just, write that in the search. So throat chakra, 741 hertz to unblock. This is to heal that unblocked energy that may be trapped in your throat chakra. Okay. Now, this could be emotions, usually are trapped there, not just only in the heart chakra, but they could be very much trapped in the throat. Okay. Sometimes when those blockages happen, you may feel like, maybe you get a lot of, not a lot, but maybe you get sore throats more frequently. You could have hoarseness from time to time. There could be, those are symbols of, your throat chakra being out of balance. Could be some thyroid situations also, things of that nature. Okay. Voice related. Okay. Or ear, also ear infections, things of that, like those reoccurring things, because there's a blockage there. Okay. So that's talking about really releasing that energy in that throat chakra. In the heart chakra, of course, we have the solfeggio frequency of 639 hertz. So working with your heart chakra in order to also, move that along. Okay. So that's what I'm getting here. Now, Fairy of the Highlight says it's time to be brave. You need to resolve whatever this is. Now, maybe you can't resolve it with either the person, the situation, or the circumstance or the event, because maybe this happened in the past or recent past. But you could resolve it within yourself by energetically disconnecting or detaching away from this residual energy of feeling like, oh, I should have said this, or I coulda, woulda, shoulda. Okay. You may see a lot more healing, moving along the moment that you start really working in those two body energy centers, your heart chakra and your throat chakra. Okay. You could also feel, and I say this because it happens to me. By the way, I just got a massage a couple days ago. And actually, I know I got a lymphatic drainage massage. But let me tell you, my shoulders are always like literally like concrete. But that's also very much connected to the throat chakra, right? And it's something that I use a lot, not only here with you guys, but also in my career. Okay. Look what came through here, the Eight of Swords. I use it a lot in my career. So that's something that I always need to be mindful and always need to be making sure that I have a balanced energy in my throat chakra. So I'm just giving you that example because that could happen to you. Sometimes your neck may bother you. You may have or feel tenseness on your shoulders, like it's super tight. So that has a lot to do with the throat chakra energy, okay? And your neck as well. The back of your neck, the side of your neck, your shoulders, okay? You have here the Eight of Swords. Now, remember that I was telling you here, again, I told you swords, something having to do with your mind and with communication. So there's a lack of clarity here. You haven't allowed yourself to, really let go of whatever this situation, circumstance, event, or person this may be related to. Okay, you're still thinking about this, or you're still, holding on to something here connected to that. And it's time for you to release that energy. It's time for you to heal that. Okay, because through healing, then you're going to be able to realign yourself. Now, there is a part of you here, John, that it's coming through, especially with this Eight of Swords. Now, mind you, the Eight of Swords is in what you're going to embrace, but I want to talk about this Eight of Swords because it's very much connected to what you need to release. The Eight of Swords is feeling like you're stuck and trapped. But what's interesting about the Eight of Swords is that you're actually not stuck or trapped. It's you trapping and allowing yourself to still live in this bubble of feeling or thinking a certain way. So it may be more of your perception of a situation, circumstance, or event or person than what it really is in real life. So it's like your mind is playing tricks on you. Okay. So I don't know if you've seen this, but it's so funny because my guides are showing me this clairvoyantly, and I literally saw this like a couple weeks ago, where they have an ant, right? There is an ant on the table, and then someone takes a marker and places a circle around the ant, and we know that circle is something that you can just walk over, right? But in the perception that that ant has to that circle that's drawn around it, it starts believing like it can't get out of that circle, when in reality, it's only an illusion. So there could be something here very much connected to that energy, or to that, symbolism that I'm getting here clairvoyantly, where it's not that you can't, it's not like you can't actually get yourself out of this energy, is that you perceive yourself to be trapped in this energy. So it's as if you are that little ant, and that circle that's around that, it's not a real circle, it's just a drawing. You see what I'm saying? So there's something here about that perception. So you may be believing that you are stuck. You may be believing that you are trapped, but in reality, it's your own self-limiting beliefs. It's your self-sabotaging thoughts or limited beliefs. You believe that you are trapped, but you're really not. So what your guys are saying here with this Eight of Swords, and what you need to embrace, is that you need to release yourself from self-inflicted binds. Okay? So that's what you need to be focusing on. Leaving behind your self-inflicted binds so that you are able to move forward. Okay? So it's more of that mindset here. It's more about your perception than anything else. Okay. So again, I gave you some things there, free resources that you can look through on YouTube, and that you can use. I'll also add there, once I'm done with your reading, I'll add my Reiki, long distance Reiki session, and other things there that you can use to help yourself get out of this energy. Okay. All right, let's see what else is coming through for you. And you have here choice, exactly what I said. You have a choice here, John. You can choose to continue to believe that you are trapped in your mind, that you could continue to believe the narrative. You could continue to believe your self-sabotaging thoughts or limited beliefs, or you can choose to look at things in a very different way. Okay. So it's up to you. This is not something anyone can do for you. It's something that you have to do to yourself. So you doing, or you taking making a conscious choice to work on this energy so that you can move past it, and so that you can heal from it. Okay. Let's take a look at what else is coming through for you. All right, let's see what's coming through. Last but not least, after John, we have Zerayona. You are next. You have compromise, 7-7. It says self-awareness, forgiveness. Okay, self-awareness and forgiveness. It says release. Talk about sign, symbol, synchronicities. Same thing I just said in a different card. Says release what no longer serves you, and let go of the sadness, let go of the resentment, let go of the grudge, let go of the guilt, let go of the pain, let go of fill in the blank. It could be whatever it is for you. Okay. Openly express your emotions. Didn't I just talk about that? About the fact that I feel that there's this sense of like something has been left unsaid. Find yourself a journal. You can do journaling. Okay, maybe you can't have that conversation with the person or people anymore. Maybe it's not a safe environment. Maybe it's something that you can't no longer do, but you can definitely journal. Okay, allow yourself to express, okay, what you may be feeling inside. So there you go. So it says openly express your emotions and seek compromise. If this makes sense, then yes, seek compromise, seek closure if it's safe and if it's something that you feel would benefit. Apologize or accept an apology. Again, that could be very much connected to that. It says when understanding is lacking, it's best to move forward. Embrace the truth, And that's what swords are all about: the truth, communication, and it will set you free. Yeah, it's as if you're kind of not having this ability to get yourself out there, to move past something. John, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to continue to be subscribed to the channel. Turn on your notification bell and all notification alerts so whenever I come back on, you can come and join and get another free reading. All right, John, I hope these messages have been insightful. Thank you so much for stopping by. Guys, just give me 1 second. Up next, we have Zarayona. All right, John. Oh, and John just wrote they have. Thank you so much. Well, listen, I'm happy that it resonated for you. Don't forget to share my YouTube channel link with like-minded souls. And thank you so much, John. I hope that you remain subscribed to the channel, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Up next is Zarayona, who is here already. So Zaranoya, give me a couple of seconds here while I place all these cards back into the deck. But for those of you who are watching, welcome. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, then take a look down below in the description box. All those links are down below for you, as well as in the chat. Okay. That being said, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, turn on your notification bell and all notification alerts, because although you may have missed this free live, you can take part in other free lives. But you do need to be subscribed. And when you turn on your notification bell and all notification alerts, it lets you know, it notifies you whenever I'm on. So then you can hurry up and get onto the list, because the list does close, or I should say the list fills up very quickly. Okay. And so then after a while, I just close the session. So again, just so you know that. For those of you who are my current subscribers, welcome back. Thank you so much for the love, the loyalty, and the support. I greatly appreciate it. I love it. I love it. I have 16 thumbs up. Wow, this is beautiful. Thank you so much, intuitive friends. I'm so happy that you guys are here and that you're supporting the channel. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. Don't forget. I mean, listen, there are many different ways to support the channel. One, of course, is the thumbs up. The other one, they have, thank you so much. Oh, okay. You're very, very welcome. John, you're welcome. You could also share my YouTube channel link with your friends. You could also post my channel information on your social media accounts, right? And do a post. And if you do, please feel free to reach out to me so that I can give you a thumbs up, okay, on that as well. All right. That being said, let's focus on Zaranoya. Let's see what's coming through. Just a reminder, Z, I'm going to call you Z because I always mess up your name. So my apologies on my pronunciation. So Zarayona, Z, I'm going to be, just a reminder here that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. Let's take a look at what you need to release, okay? What you should release right now at this moment in time. Remember that solar eclipse is coming through. You have breaking dawn, okay? Breaking dawn energy. By the way, what do you have after that? Okay. All right. So let's see. All right. So breaking dawn is about, first of all, you have the violet angel here, okay? So the that violet color is very much connected to the third eye chakra, okay? So there could be something here that you are either choosing not to really look at because it may be showing you, you know how sometimes things are like, how can I explain it? You may be turning a blind eye on something that may not be in the best interest for you, or it may not be beneficial. But because there's either some type, maybe you care about the person a lot, maybe you care about the situation a lot, maybe you don't want to rock the boat, maybe you don't have a choice right now, so you don't want to say anything. But there's something here about you intuitively having this sense of um being aware of something here and really either not looking at it, or maybe you are looking at it with your physical eyes and your intuition is telling you something here that you may be not taking full, like you're not doing something about it. Okay. Let me see, what did you just write here? Discernment. Yeah, it could be that. Yeah, it's kind of like that energy, having, like, not knowing, having difficulty here. It could be having difficulty here discerning something. That could be it also. But it could also be that that something doesn't feel quite right, but you're still either in that situation. Hold on one second, guys. What do you have in there? What do you have in there? What do you have in there? Sorry. Okay, that was Ace. There's something here about you. You, I mean, again, it could be discernment here for sure. What's interesting is that this carnivorous flower fairy says a tempting offer has a high price. So it's as if, like, whatever this is, it's like there's a price to be paid for that specific situation, circumstance, event. All right, let me give you an example because it's coming across like this, okay? And again, it may not be this specifically, but I'm just going to give you an example. It's like when sometimes people may say, oh, I really want that six-figure salary, right? And again, this is just an example. And like, oh my God, it'd be great if I could make, whatever amount, six-figure salary, seven-figure salary, right? So we all look at that, right? Or we look at the celebrity part of it, right? We're like, wow, that's like, what a life. And, to have money like that, or to have this like that. And wouldn't that be exciting? And wouldn't that be amazing? But here's the thing. No one knows what is going on behind the scenes. So not all that glitters is gold. Okay. So there could be this energy here where, hello, who is he? Welcome. Please know that I am only doing one question and one question only. So please double check that you've been able to see that. And by the way, the list is closed. Okay. Who is he? So if you do want to stay, I will honor your super, but just make sure that you understand what I'm doing as far as channeling. Okay, my love? So, it's that kind of like energy where it's like, wow, like you see the limelight. And I'm not saying you do, but this is just an example. You see the limelight, you see all that glitter, right? But you don't know how much you have to, what the price is for that, right? You may say, oh, I want a six-figure salary, or I want a seven-figure salary, but little do you know that the stress that comes with it may be a whole lot more than all that is glittering in your direction. Okay, so it's that type of energy that I'm getting here, where it's like there's also a high price that's being paid for something as well. You may have, also here with the violet angel breaking dawn. And it's interesting because I'm seeing like the light at the end of the tunnel. You may have lost your spark or your energy to move towards something. Be careful of, number one, your own self-sabotaging thoughts or limited beliefs, but also be careful here of the trap of the illusion of something. Because there's something here, and this is Venus fly traps, and they eat, this is why it says carnivorous, right? So be very careful here on who you're dealing with and what you're dealing with, because what may seem like a fantastic opportunity right now, whatever it is that you are either having a difficulty to discern, or whatever it is that you may be turning a blind eye towards, may bite you later on. Okay, so there's something here that is very much is the energy that I'm getting here for you, Z. Okay, all righty, so let's see what else. All right, let's see. Listen to your intuition also. There's something here. And if there is an offer, that may be coming up in the near future, and it seems really, really good, remember that the offer on the superficial plane may come across as super enticing, but there may be something behind this that may either one or two things. It might not align with your lifestyle, or it may be, there's something that you're going to need to give up that's super valuable to you. So be very careful about whatever new thing, new person, new situation, offer, because there's something here that is going to look very enticing, but it's going to come with you having to make some decisions. Do I really want that? Like, yeah, I want to be a millionaire, but do I also want the headache of X, Y, and Z, or the stress of X, Y, and Z, or that, you see what I'm saying? So that's how this energy is coming across. So making sure that you discern exactly that you really, connect with your inner oracle, and that you are definitely in alignment with what this may be. Because again, asking those important questions and really doing that type of peeling back the layers of something is going to help you avoid a situation where you think it's like really good, but in reality there could be either some traps, or there could be this idea of what glitters, all that glitters isn't gold, or that you may have a price that you have to pay for it, right? So it's something that may be very tempting. It could be a person, it could be a situation, it could be a circumstance, it could be an event, it could be a job offer, it could be many different things. This could be in very, very different ways. And it's like, once you are in the situation, or with the person, or in the environment, you're gonna realize that it may not have been as fabulous as you may have imagined it in your mind. Okay. Three of Pentacles here is coming through for you. So we'll take a look here at what you should embrace. And what you have here is, when I show my work, others give support. And the Three of Pentacles is teamwork. So there may be some people here in the 3D world helping you along with whatever this may be. Okay. Maybe it's this reading. Maybe it's, maybe you'll talk to someone about whatever this may be, and they may also shed some light about it as well. So again, there could be that 3D support, or like I said, the 3D support, earthly plane. But this could also be very much getting support from the ethereal plane. Okay. So the Three of Pentacles is an energy of joining forces. So you joining forces with your intuition, or you joining forces with like-minded souls, or you joining forces with the ethereal or your higher self, to be able to tackle or find the resolution for this area here that you may be encountering, or that you may be needing to release here, that you haven't quite deciphered clearly yet. Okay. It says, when I show my work, others give support. And again, like I said, there could be something here career related. Again, there could be an opportunity that you've always been hoping for, that you've been dreaming, that you're like, man, I really, really want this so badly. But there may be a price to pay for that thing, situation, circumstance, event, or whatever that may be. So just keep that in awareness, right? All right, let's take a look here at what else is coming through. What else do you need to embrace? By the way, after Z, we have Anaya. After Anaya, we have Myra. After we have Myra, we have Carmen. After Carmen, we have Ron C. Okay. Who is he? Let me know if you still are wanting to get a reading. I can squeeze you after Ron C, but just let me know, okay, Ron? I'm sorry. Who is he? Let me know, okay? Because I'm not doing questions. Okay. Yeah, again, remember that whatever doesn't make sense now, Z, there could be something coming up also. So just keep that in the back of your mind. Again, it may not make sense now. It might make sense at a later time. Sometimes messages come way ahead, just so that when the time comes, there's a like, hey, wait a minute, could this be what that message was about? Okay. So no worries. If it doesn't make sense now, it may make sense later. Sanctuary, special place, belief, prayer. Again, connecting. You know what? This is so much connecting with your spirituality for sure. Okay. Take the time, listen carefully, because whatever this is, it's like you have the inner knowing of whatever this is. It may be something that you're in now, or maybe something that may be coming in the future. But your intuition is going to allow you to figure out what this is by you joining forces with your spirituality, with your intuition, with your the connecting, the making the time to connect with your higher self, dialing down your internal noise, being able to connect with that yin energy side of you. There's something here about you. When you figure this out, when this makes sense, it's going to make sense to you. It may not make sense to you right now, because sanctuary, it's about this special place and time that you pull out for yourself. So you need to embrace that, meditative time, or do a meditative activity that allows you to just wind down, and connect with that part of you, so that you can hear your intuition, so that you can see the things that you need to see in the 3D realm. Because there's something here, like I said, about your third eye chakra. So this is coming across as intuitive. And there may be, the blockage may be, what you need to release is, maybe you are very, busy. Maybe you have a lot of projects lined up. Maybe you're always on the go. And even though that's creating the sense of like, yes, you're building your empire, or you're strengthening something here, it is in a way saying it's also taking something else away, or the time that you can invest, and also connecting with your higher self. Okay. So there's something here about this message that I keep getting, and it keeps coming through again. So again, when I show my work, others give support. So yes, you may be, getting the support that you need, but there's also something here about your intuitive support, your ability to connect with that as well. So I don't know what this may be about, but I'm only the messenger. But just it's coming across there something. Look at that. Look what just popped out of the deck. Spiritual awakening. Maybe that's exactly what this is all about. Because I said that from the top of the reading. I'm getting like this is something very much connected to your third eye chakra. So there could be a blockage there also. All right. So if I were you, I would work with my third eye chakra energy here. I would go on YouTube and I would write third eye chakra activation or third eye chakra unblocking or whatever. And that's the 852 hertz solfeggio frequency. Okay. So that could also here help you along. All right. So you have here spiritual awakening, new beginning. You're entering a new phase in your spiritual journey. And it could be your spiritual journey, like I said at the top of the reading. What is it, Ace? Come here. Be good. It says you're entering a new phase in your spiritual journey. While it may feel like a dark night of the soul, know that this part of your awakening, you are on the path to enlightenment. This challenging period will soon pass. Trust in the process of growth and transformation. Okay? So there you go. No Ace. So there you go. All right. I hope that these messages have been insightful. And don't forget to continue to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and continue to subscribe. Okay. All right, intuitive friends, just give me 1 second. Of course, I'm going to place all these cards back into the deck. And then after I do that, Ace, after I do that, Anaya, you are up next. After Anaya, we have Myra. After Myra, we have Carmen. After Carmen, we have Ron C. Okay. All right, Ace, you need to relax. All right, intuitive friends. No, we're not doing playtime right now, Ace. Not now. Sorry, intuitive friends. Ace just decided to bring his stuffed animal, and it's like, let's play. So Zero, thank you so much. I have hidden feelings that I actually know what this is. It could be coming. Oh, okay. There you go. So yeah, because it keeps coming up. It's like there's something here about an awareness, right? And so, yeah. So whatever this is about, Z, it's time for you to really sit down and kind of allow yourself to have like this clarity, like make the time for that so that you can connect and see what your intuition may be guiding you towards. Okay. All right, intuitive friends, give me 1 second. All right, so let us continue with the regularly scheduled program. Hopefully Ace will get entertained with all the treats that I just put into his little house over there. Okay. All right, intuitive friends, let's keep going. So we have Z and we did John, and up next we have Anaya. Yes, Anaya is here. Awesome. Okay, so by the way, I just saw Who Is He? Okay, so Who Is He? You are at number 12, okay? Okay, so there we go. Okay, no Ace. Okay, quiet. Be a good boy. All right, intuitive friends, let's keep going with, and by the way, my apologies if he barks or if he becomes a little extra here. Okay. So let's see what's coming through here for Anaya. All right, Anaya, let's see what your guides want you to know. Remember, Anaya, that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. And let's see here what your guides are showing you that you should release right now at this moment in time. Let's take a look here, Anaya. And we have here, it's time for a treat. Okay. Now, Candy Cane Angel. Okay. Now, this is not saying that you should release being sweet or nice, but it is saying to be careful here at the people that you are being kind and sweet towards. There may be something here about people taking advantage of you, seeing you as a person who's very sweet and good. And there's nothing wrong with that. But sometimes this energy of people thinking that just because you are being nice, sweet, and caring, that you are weak, right? So associating kindness with weakness. Okay. So making sure that you have that. And by the way, you have here, I am Kali right after. So we'll talk a little bit more about that. But the Candy Cane Angel here, it's about the sense here of also about self-love. Also, there may be parts of you where you have at times the self-sabotaging thoughts or limited beliefs, right? And it could be because, again, you may have been either been taken advantage of in the past or recent past, or that may be, a storyline that just keeps occurring over and over and over again, and you're wondering, like, but why does it happen to me? And could be here that there is this energy here reminding you that having healthy boundaries is super important. So yes, you can continue to be nice and kind and good to others, but there is a kind of like an awareness here of being aware that the fact that some people may associate kindness, Ace, stop, sit, may associate kindness with weakness, right? And so if these situation keeps happening over and over again, where you are in positions where that lesson keeps coming back, there may be a reason. And the reason is that you have not been able to figure out what it is that you need to do in order to, step into your power. So it's not about rejecting or shielding or having this jaded energy. But what it is about is for you to think about, well, what am I doing? How can I strengthen, or how can I place a how can I create a healthier boundary where I'm still being me, but I am making sure that whomever comes into my world or whoever's around me understands that I mean what I say and I say what I mean. And so that there's that very kind of very highlighted, what they say, you know, uh, line in the sand. It's like, no, you can't cross over on this side. Okay. Or no, yes, I'm a nice person, but I am firm in what I believe. I am firm in what I say. I am firm in whatever. So that's the energy that I'm getting here. So there may be at times where there may be a little bit of that self-worth issue, right? Where, someone may make you feel guilty about having those boundaries or about, making certain decisions. And it's, you know, I feel here, always remember this balance, this imbalance, okay? And this kind of like polarity that does exist. Givers attract takers. So there's a fine line between being open and giving and making sure that the person, the situation, the environment that you're opening yourself up to is not in that taker energy. And if you're seeing yourself constantly being in that dynamic where you are the giver and you are with narcissists, gaslighters, people that just want to take, then there's this kind of like awareness here that you need to take a step back and say to yourself, well, what am I not doing? What am I not looking at? What am I doing when I meet people or when I'm talking to people that people actually think that they can take advantage of me, right? And so it's that type of self assessment, okay? Or maybe there's something here having to do with people pleasing, like you don't want to hurt someone's feelings. So instead of stepping up and saying, listen, this is what I think and feel about X, Y, and Z, there's this kind of like, well, I mean, I might as well, that energy. That's what this is talking about. So I am Kali says, from death comes rebirth. And what I'm getting here is that you are very much in an energy where you could be just residually stuck in that perception or residually stuck in that way of thinking, or it just may be your nature. You're just a good person. And again, it's not about not being a good person. It's about understanding how you can continue to be a nice person, but with limits, with healthy boundaries, with showing yourself as a person who, yes, I am nice, but I have boundaries and I am firm and I am in my power. So these are my no's. And if you go ahead and stop, if you go ahead and, overstep that boundary, then I'm going to have to cut you off. It's that type of energy here where there's this sense of like, you really allowing yourself to break away from this habit or from this old pattern of behavior. And what's interesting is that this has been, again, if you see I am Kali, there's a lot of skulls here. So it's showing me that this is something that may have been very consistent here in your life. Okay, that you may be getting yourself in situations where that may be that resonating issue happening time and time again. Okay. And so let's take a look here at what you need to embrace in order for you to, step forward or get yourself out of that comfort zone here. Okay. Sorry, that flipped over, but it was a matter of just wrong alignment there. So let's see. So, Anaya, you have here Two of Cups. I am worthy of the deepest kind of love. Now, interesting. The Two of Cups is about a soul-to-soul connection. It's about connections. It could be in love, romantic love, but it could also be connections with people that you care about and that you feel very close to. And so, again, what is resonating here, what's coming out again is I am worth the deepest kind of love. So, making sure that you have a core solid belief, a core solid standard of everything, whether it's your love life, whether it's your social life, whether it's friends, family, loved ones. What are your boundaries? You understanding what those are. What is it that you're going to say no, that no is no, and place yourself in a position where there is that healthy boundary that you're placing? Because again, there's a sense here of giving to people or placing yourself in situations where you continue to give, and you're not getting the same in return, or you're not getting the same kindness or compassion in return. Or there's a sense of, again, you being the giver and attracting takers. Okay. So the Two of Cups says, I am worthy of the deepest kind of love. And really understanding what are the standards here. What is it that you consider yourself a healthy relationship, whether that's in the romantic scene or the non-romantic scene? Because remember, we have relationships with, friends, family, loved ones, siblings, colleagues, best friends, children, however, whatever this may be, right? So really assessing how you navigate those relationships. Are you a people pleaser no matter what situation is in front of you? And if you are, that may be causing this energy for you to attract takers, right? So again, that's how this is coming across. Let's take a look at what else is coming through for you, Anaya. By the way, up next we have Myra. So Myra, if you are here, make sure you're not too far away, because Myra, you are up next. Now, Two of Cups is deep emotional connections. And what your guides are saying here is that you don't need to stop having deep emotional connections. What you need to do is reassess how you are connecting with others and how others are connecting with you. And that there needs to be a fine line of how or when you're going to say, listen, this is enough, or listen, this is just a one-way type of connection, or one-way type of friendship, or one-way type of energy. Okay, so again, it's not about closing yourself off to love or to connections or deep connections, but it's about understanding that whatever connections you have should be mutual. And if it's not equal effort, if it's not equal, and I don't mean just like measuring equal, but if there isn't a reciprocal give and take here, then that is when you need to really reassess those connections. All right, let's take a look here. And when I say reassess the connection, the main person here, and I just want to focus this before I finish off your reading, is you. It's you are the person here that needs to figure out how you're going to structure those connections. What are you going to be okay with and what you're not going to be okay with, and be very firm and very consistent in your follow through, because that energy here of that either people pleasing or that give, and not allowing yourself to place yourself in a healthy relationship where you're also receiving in return, is something that you really need to take a look at within yourself. Okay, so it's not so much about other people, it's about you. Okay, so just want to bring that up for you. Okay, all right, so let's take a look at what else you need to embrace here. So you have the Two of Cups, so that's a beautiful energy to embrace, which is about mutual love. Okay, romantic and non-romantic. It's also about worth, knowing your self-worth, and making people accountable to giving you treating you in the way that you should be treated, not the way they want to treat you. You see what I'm saying? Divine timing. This has a lot to do with giving something the time to grow, allowing yourself the time to address these things that I've mentioned, allow yourself the time to figure out how you can, mend, fix, or repair this type of outlook that you may have, because this could be something that you're just maybe a really great person. And again, there could be people out there who really see that as a way to, it's like a shark in the water, one drop of blood. It's like, oh, where, there, it gets that kind of energy here with people who really don't deserve that beautiful kindness that you have. So again, it's more about what and how you are structuring those connections. What are you allowing? What are you not saying no to? Okay. Last but not least, we have here the last deck, and let's see what's coming through for you. Okay. Up next, we have Myra. So Myra, make sure you are up next here. Willpower. I mean, look, that's what it says there. Willpower. Again, you standing in your power. That's going to be super important. You are the person who's going to allow or not allow things to happen. Okay. So here you go. You have significant events are on the horizon for you. You will make great strides in your endeavors and gain invaluable experience. The right people and resources will come your way, presenting an excellent opportunity and positive changes. Embrace your journey towards greatness. Now, remember, the solar eclipse is right around the corner. And that's the time where it is a cosmic reset for us to allow ourselves to open into a new chapter and move differently in a new beginning. That being said, Anaya, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and continue to subscribe to the channel. And thank you so much for stopping by today. All right, Anaya. Up next, we have Myra. Myra, you are up next. So I'm going to place your name here, Myra, and just let you know you are up next. If Myra doesn't show up for the reading, just know that I will go to the next person in the list, and that next person is Carmen. Okay. So, Myra, you have up to the time that I shuffle all these cards back into their decks. That being said, let's take a look here at, for those of you who just joined us, welcome. Please note that I am not doing individual readings for specific questions. What I am doing is doing a reading focusing on what your guides want you or are alerting you that you should release and what you should embrace, especially with the fact that we have the solar eclipse that's coming on September 21st. So this is a great opportunity for that reset to occur, and for us to place ourselves in this energy of a reset once that solar eclipse comes and goes. Okay, so that's what I'm focusing on. Okay, now if you do give a super thanks, a super sticker, or a super chat, then what that's going to do is I'm going to add more time to your reading, focusing on the releasing and the embracing, and also add more layers. Okay, so I have decks over here that some you could see, some you may not, but those are exclusively for those of you who are interested in giving a super. Okay, so now that we've talked about that, Myra is not here, and up next we have Carmen. So Carmen is up next. Carmen, if you are here, let me know so that we can start your reading. Carmen, you are up next. Thank you so much, intuitive friends, for your beautiful thumbs up. This is beautiful. I have 17 likes. Thank you so much for that. Okay, Carmen doesn't seem to be here. Carmen, last call. All righty, so no worries. Ron C. Ron C, we now are up to you. So Ron, if you are here, let me know so that we can start your reading. After Ron, we have Who Izzy. Who Izzy is the last person here. And then I'm going to call again those of you who may have missed your turn before. Ron C, if you are here, come on down. Ron C, if you are here, now is the time for your reading. All right. Okay, so Who Izzy, you are now next. Thank you so much, Who Izzy, for your beautiful. Did you keep your super thanks or super chat? I don't know if it's a super chat or a super thank. Yeah, it was a super chat. Did you keep it up there, or did you let me know if it's still there so then I know to give you a longer reading? Okay, so Who is he? Let me know if I still see it, so I'm gonna give it a, there you go. Let me know if it's still there because I do see it. All right, Who is he? Okay, so I'm asking you. Okay, all right, perfect. There we go. No worries. So now I'm gonna go deeper into your reading. Okay, Who is he? It's gonna be a longer reading, but it's gonna go a little bit more in depth. So I don't know what your question. Okay, so I know you have a question there. I'll try to keep that in mind, but again, this is focusing on what you need to release. So it may be connected to that question, or it may be connected to something that you need to know right now. So we'll see. Let's see how this pans out. Okay. Okay, who is he? First and foremost, thank you so much for joining and for stopping by. And of course, thank you so much for your super. All right, Izzy, let's take a look here at what's coming through for you, what your guides want you to know about what you should release right now at this moment in time. What is it that you should release, especially with this solar eclipse that's coming in on the 21st? So what do you need to release so that you can embrace? Let's see what's coming through for you. All righty, let's see what's coming through, what you need to release here. Who is he? And we have back off. Okay, back off and count your blessings. Okay, so what I'm feeling here with this back off type of energy here, by the way, you do have the angel number 22, is that there's a sense here of this, I don't know if it's, resentment, or there's this energy here of like being jaded, being a little bit either emotionally closed off, or feeling here like something that needed to be said has not been said. Okay, something that needs to be addressed has not been addressed. There's this energy here of anger, there's resentment. There could have been here something in your past or recent past very much connected to either a breakup, separation, or divorce, or a disagreement here where there's this energy of anger, feeling maybe like something wasn't fair. There may have been, either very deep emotional verbal exchanges here. And there could have also been here a sense of not being able to close something properly. So maybe one person saying a lot and another person not saying enough. Okay. But there's this energy here of someone or something having this energy of like, I just have a lot of pent up anger, pent up emotion, feeling like something wasn't fair. This could be jealousy. This could be, feeling like something was completely off kilter here. Someone just, didn't do what was right, or, there's all these emotions that are being pent up. There could be a situation here where there is a no contact situation. Again, I don't know what that may be. It could be in love. It could be in other areas. It doesn't have to be in love. But there could be like, I have so much to say, but I haven't been able to get it off my chest. Okay. Now, although there's a lot of energy having to do with that. Okay. That in a way is creating this energy around you where you may think, now again, take it as it may resonate, you may think like some people are doing things to you or towards you, but it's because of that pent up anger or pent up emotion that is kind of in a way swirling this idea in your head where things are happening to you instead of you looking at it from the angle of something may be happening for you. It may be this situation, circumstance, event, breakup, separation, divorce, this challenge or this obstacle may be there for you, or may have happened so that you can leave something behind, because in reality, it's not adding to your life. It's not adding, it's subtracting. Okay. Now, you also have here Ghost of the Pumpkin Patch, says count your blessings, being grateful. And this is talking about that there's so much energy, pent up energy with this back off card, that you may be losing sight of the things that you actually have and could potentially open the door to having more of, if you just allow yourself to not see this as something that has happened to you, but rather has happened as a blessing in disguise, because there's so much more coming for you on the horizon. This may be an opportunity for you to be either in a situation, circumstance, or event that's better off for you. Maybe you are the prize and you're thinking that something else or someone else is the prize and you're the prize. And so maybe that environment, those people, that person isn't treating you like you're the prize. But guess what? In another situation, environment, with another person or in another environment, someone may realize what someone else or something else didn't. And so that is the energy that's coming through here. So count your blessings is coming through. Hold on one second, because I hear my dog chomping on something and I want to make sure it's not something that can be harmful for him. Okay. No, he's fine. So it's coming across here with the count your blessings, that sometimes blessings come in disguise. Sometimes blessings come as doors closing, and we're so used to thinking that it's only doors opening. Okay. Now, because you did a super thanks, and again, thank you so much for that. Let's take a look at more layers here about this situation, circumstance, event that you need to release. And hopefully, who is Izzy, this is making sense to you, and hopefully it's resonating for you. But it's coming as like very strongly. And it's interesting because here the ghost of the pumpkin patch, it has the number 1, and this is about you standing in your own power, you placing yourself at number 1, whereas maybe in this situation, circumstance, event, person, or environment, you were being treated as either second or last on the list. Okay, so you weren't valued as you should have been. Now, this could be in career, this could be in love, this could be family, friends, loved ones, this could be in any area. Let's see what else is coming. Look what just popped up all by itself. Eternal dance. You may be very resistant to this change that is happening, okay? And you may be resistant because you're allowing your emotions to trump your intelligence, meaning you're allowing yourself to focus so much on the energy, on the emotions that you have, like you really are upset or you really have a lot of emotions connected to whatever this is. And this is saying the path of least resistance. Allow yourself to emotionally disengage, like the 8 of Cups, emotionally disengage, or the 6 of Swords. Allow yourself to disconnect from people, situations, circumstances, or events that are draining you, that are not valuing you, that are not showing you here that you are an important person, that you are the prize. Okay. And here with the eternal dance, it says movement. But I feel here, because it's in the release, there's a sense here of you not wanting to move your either perspective or your emotions out of this energy, because there's just it's like kind of like hell bent on something. And this is saying there's no need to do that, because again, there could be here this happening for a reason. It's not happening to you, it's happening for you. And here with the path, it says path of least resistance. You may be very much kind of like, it may be very difficult for you to get out of your comfort zone. It may be very difficult for you to allow yourself to place yourself first or to see yourself in a whole different situation. And it may be a little bit difficult because there's a lot of emotions that are very much connected to the situation, circumstance, event, or person from the past or recent past. Okay. So the wheel of life, as this is talking here with this eternal dance, the wheel of life, it's like the wheel of fortune in tarot, where this is saying there's room here for so much improvement in your life, in your own self, if you just allow yourself to go with the flow of whatever transition this may be. Because there could be here a reason why certain things are happening, and you may not be seeing it right now because there's just a lot of emotions here. Okay. So there could be, again, you could be the prize, and you may be looking at someone or something as the other thing or the other person as being the prize. And there's a sense here of like, no, 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 you got it twisted. Okay. There's something here about you or the person that needs to be saying to yourself, well, thank God that this happened, because now I see someone's true colors, or now I see the situation with great clarity. Okay. Sometimes, so there's this line from Maya Angelou that says, people show you who they are once, and when they show you who they are once, believe them. So again, there's that energy that's coming through here with this. Let's see what else is coming through for you, who Izzy. Look at that, the mystic circle. Your abilities will be enhanced. What did I talk about the wheel of life? I just said that a little while ago. You have so much more potential, so much more to give. You have so much more potential, positivity. There's a lot of like things that you're not seeing and that you may not be seeing because there's a lot of emotions connected to whatever this is. But this is talking about you have ability, skill. Remember that I kept saying from the top of this reading here, who Izzy, you are the prize. And you need to really believe this, because a lot of this has to do with your self-worth issues. There may be some self-worth issues here that are that you're not seeing. You're not seeing yourself as the prize. And so this is talking about to really shift that perspective here about yourself, because you have amazing ability. You could also be super intuitive. There could be something here about you knowing the things that you know, and you may not have all the tangible facts, but there is something here about you being able to connect to your inner oracle. Okay. Ace, you better not be chewing. Oh no. No, Ace. Sorry. Remember I told you guys that I'm like, I feel like my puppy is chewing on something. Yeah, he was chewing on my Coach bag handle. Okay. There goes my leather bag. Ace, come. Sit right over here. Relax. All right. Let's see what else is coming through here on what you need to release. Okay, give me more here, and then we're going to look at the other aspect of your reading, okay? Who is he? Cat. Look at that. I didn't touch it. It came up on its own. Again, this could be very much connected to a person. Cat says a two-faced fill in the blank. This could be a two-faced person. This could be a two-faced partner. This could be a two-faced ex. This could be a two-faced fill in the blank, whomever or whatever this may be. This may be a situation. This may be a group of people. Like I said, there's something here, and I mentioned this a little while ago in regards to when someone shows you who they are, believe them. You don't need more than a one-time occurrence to see that a person has integrity issues, or that someone is sneaky, or that someone is a person who has issues with being honest or has issues with integrity. All you need is one time for that to happen to show you who that person really is. So again, could be very much connected to a person, a situation here that you may be wanting to hold. You have boot here that you may be wanting to hold on to, who may not be really worth the effort. You have here boot, and it's so funny because once this came out, I hear giving the boot. Okay, so I'm going to read what this says, which I don't know what it says here at the bottom, but I'm hearing giving the boot. So again, there's this sense here of you really taking into perspective what the situation, circumstance, or event may be about. And look at, if I put this here, the way it came out. By the way, both cards just popped out of the deck. I didn't even, cut the deck. They popped out. We have the cat. And this boot is like kicking the cat out of the way. So again, there's something here about, giving the boot to someone or to something. Boot says here, increase. You want something new, better. Someone who sees you as the prize, someone who sees your amazing potential, who is able to treat you in a way that's better, or a person who's not sneaky, or a person who has better or stronger integrity or moral compass, then it's saying here it's time for you to do what you need to do in order to reach that. Number one, like I said, I'm getting here giving someone the boot, but also not lower your standards and not be so hell-bent on wanting something or someone back from a situation, a circumstance, or event where their integrity or they have had a lack of integrity. Okay. That being said, let's take a look now at the rest of your reading here. I mean, talk about validation, confirmation from the start of the reading all the way through. It's coming across as, again, it's just adding more layers to your storyline. Who is he? Okay, so let's take a look at what else is coming through here. What you need to embrace. Okay, what do you need to embrace? Actually, I'm being told to bring this deck forward. So let's work with this deck over here. All right, let's see what's coming through here. What do you need to embrace? For those of you who missed your readings, no worries. You could come back tomorrow and I will focus on your readings then. But right now, who is he is the last person on the list, okay? Who is he? Are you still there? I don't know if you're still there, but let's see. What do you need to embrace? What your guides want you to embrace? Tell you, if cat comes out again, I'll tell you. No, look at that. Tranquil sloth. What do your guides want you to do right now? What do your guides want you to embrace? Let it go. Let it go. Allow yourself to be in the path of least resistance. Stop trying to hold on to something that is not worth hanging on to, especially if we're looking at the fact that this either environment, situation, circumstance, or event had something to do with someone's moral compass or their integrity. Like I said, you are the prize. I said it, and it keeps coming through. All right. It says here, tranquil sloth, tranquility, diplomacy. Okay. Proud and noble guardian. Grant me the power to rise up and shine. Didn't I tell you? I told you from the top of the reading. You are the prize. You don't see yourself that way. You may not be carrying yourself in that way. You may be carrying yourself as a person who's codependent on something or someone who really, may not be the best energy for you to be in that either environment, situation, circumstance, or event. You're not placing yourself as number one, as top priority. You're placing yourself as how this either person, situation, circumstance, or event may want you to see yourself as number two. Okay? So just keep that awareness here, because yet again, your reading is telling you, kick to the curb, give that two-faced situation, circumstance, event, or person the boot. Again, you have a lot of potential. You may be placing yourself in a very in a position where you're afraid to get out of or afraid to move forward. And this is saying, go with the flow. Something may have happened for your benefit here. There you go. Let's keep going because there's more. There's more. We have 3 more decks and then we're going to end the reading. And I hope this reading is giving you the clarity that you are searching for here. Let's take a look at what else. Very interesting. Look at that. The tranquil sloth. Just stay calm, cool, collected. Stay in your power. Don't allow people to get you out of your element. The more that you focus on the negative, the more that you focus on the problem, the challenge, the more you're not going to be able to get yourself out of it. So the best thing to do is to move away from it, to allow things to show themselves, and for you to move in a direction where you are sitting, like I said at the top of the reading, sitting in your power. Okay? In your element, in your power. Let's see what else is coming through. Ace. All right, let's see what else is coming through. The Hanged Man. Look at that. It is a time for you right now, at this moment in time. Your guides are saying it is time for you to take a moment to recalibrate yourself. Do not allow your emotions to override your intelligence. Do not allow your emotions, okay, to place you in a position where you keep giving credence to this either person, situation, circumstance, or event that's placing you second, that you're the second fiddle, that you're not as important. Allow yourself to see yourself as a person who is the prize, a person who may not. Okay, here you go. A person who's two-faced. There's something happened for a reason. It was for you to see something for what it truly is or what it truly was. And the Hanged Man energy. Number one, the Hanged Man is, ruled by Neptune. So it's all about the illusion. It's all about the subconscious. There's this sense of an illusion that you have in your mind, like I said, of you thinking or feeling like, again, like someone else is the prize, like, like you got to go running and chasing, like you have to be codependent on something or someone. And this is saying, no, you don't. You need to take a step back and really see the situation, circumstance, or event for what it truly was. And it was truly either someone or something showing you their true colors. And now is the time for you to embrace this action or situation, circumstance, or event as a blessing in disguise. And it's an opportunity for you to take a step back and to look at something from a whole different standpoint. This is you putting a hard pause on something and really allowing yourself, not your emotions, put your emotions aside. Okay, because if we see where the light is here with this hanged man energy, it's not in the heart, it's in the head. So it's time for you to walk away from the illusion of something. It's time for you to open your eyes and see your physical eyes and really see something for what it was and what the either person, situation, circumstance, or event has shown you to them to be, or what it was to be. And now is the time for you to now assess the situation, circumstance, or event. Not so much the situation, circumstance, or the person, but what are you going to do? How are you going to move forward? How are you going to allow yourself to place yourself back to number one? Okay, listen to your inner oracle, which, by the way, your intuition is on point. What are you going to do to turn this situation, circumstance, or event around and use it for your advantage, rather than thinking that this was a disadvantage? Because I'm going to tell you something. Something here was very much connected to integrity, and someone backstabbing you, deception, cheating, or whatever this was about, having to do with someone's moral compass. I'm going to tell you, it's not worth it. Why? Because it's someone has issues with that. So they're already telling you straight out the bat, like, you know what? My focus is elsewhere. My allegiance is somewhere else. It's not you. It's about whatever else may have occurred. So that's why this is coming out and saying, listen, you got to look at your amazing power and talent and abilities and your potential. And you really need to reassess how you're going to move forward, because it's only your ability to see this as a blessing that is going to allow you here to grant you the power to place yourself in a position where you are number one and that you are shining brightly. Okay, again, this says, grant me the power to rise and shine. The hanged man says, I can see the situation another way. So the bandages being released from your eyes, physical eyes, from your intuitive eyes, and for you to really see something for what it was, and for you to pivot in either a new direction or in a new, different, in a different way. See something in a very different way, or see yourself in a very different light. Ace, get down. Hey, no. All right, let's finish up your reading here. Who is he? Playfulness. Allow yourself to see the joy in life. Allow yourself to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Allow yourself to see the situation, circumstance, or an event, and move past it. Move to calmer waters, move to calmer shores. Again, the Eight of Cups, like I was telling you, that I was seeing clairvoyantly. Allow yourself to leave things behind so that you are able to grow, so that you're able to glow, and to have back that, joy of life again into your world. Okay. Last but not least, let's take a look at your final card. And Izzy, I hope these messages have been insightful. Hello, Emil. Yes, my dear, the list is closed, but if you are a new subscriber, please stay subscribed to the channel. Turn on your notification bell and all notification alerts so that you are notified the next time I come back on and do a live, because the free readings get filled up very quickly. Okay, so the free readings get filled up very quickly. So again, stay subscribed to the channel, turn on your notification bell and all alerts. But yes, today the list is closed. Okay. All right. Who is he? Last but not least, let's see what else is coming through for you. And interesting, because I'm being called to take out another deck for you. All right, but let's see what this one has in store, and then let's see the other one that I'm being pulled to take from. And you have here 1331. What did I tell you? You have good things coming in your direction if you just let go of whatever this may be. If you just allow yourself to release yourself from whatever situation, circumstance, or event, or person, or energy this may be about. There's so many good things that could be coming in your direction. You know, it's so funny because it's coming across, and this is just, I don't know how this may resonate, but you know, like when Selena Gomez, like when she was with Justin Bieber and there was that breakup and she was just like totally, and then again, I'm not saying that this is connected to love, but I'm just giving you this because this could resonate in many other things, right? It's not just in love. It could be, you know, career, whatever. And she was like completely devastated. Like it took her like 5 years to actually then meet someone who, by the way, she's now engaged with Benny Blanco, right? But during those 5 years, she created an empire for herself. She's a billionaire, a self-made billionaire. That's number one. But when she had that breakup, it was so heartfelt and, you know, so devastating. And she stood single for, I mean, she, you know, she had little things here and there, but she was single for a very long time. And the person she has now is so different, places her as number one. It's like if you see them together, like obviously, you know, from the outside, of course, you know, but there's this unity, there's this sense of like she is valued, she is, you know, at the top of the list. You can tell. And by the way, this is a person who creates music for people. So Benny Blanco, hey, great guy. I mean, way you know, better, not only just career wise, but just, you know, and definitely, you know, very different. You can see how she radiates. So again, it's just taking that energy into account. And, you know, she, you know, coped with that heartbreak by really giving into the thing that she was very passionate about. And what's interesting is that this good fortune card says, trust your skills and talents. They are the keys to a bright future. And what's interesting, very different deck, here with the Mystic Circle, it says, your abilities will be enchanted. In other words, there's something here about you really digging deep into yourself and creating something so much more, something so much more than this situation. And really, again, grabbing those bootstraps and saying to yourself, you know what, I'm going to move forward. I am going to rise up from whatever situation, circumstance, or event this is about. And I am definitely looking at something from a different standpoint and moving forward. So there you go. It says a piece of valuable advice, a moment of clarity. Again, the Hanged Man energy, a moment of clarity, or a comforting message is headed your way. Again, it could be this entire reading. It says everything is aligning in your favor. Didn't I say that? Things that were wrong are going to be made right, but in a way where you are going to decide to move towards success and not being second fiddle to anything or anyone. It says, and success is within your reach. There you go. I mean, wow, what a powerful message. I am being guided to take another one here, and this is going to be the final message for you. But who is he? I hope these messages have been insightful and have helped you here in some way, shape, or form. Last but not least, let's take a look. Last but not least, let's take a look here because I kept seeing this deck in my mind's eye. So there may be here an additional message here that's coming through for you. So let's see. So we have here infinite. Look at that. That's the reason why I was called to take this out. It says you are being called to recognize your unconstrained potential. I kid you not. That's exactly what I've been saying all this time. That's why my guides were like, you need to use that deck. There's more to say. Look at that. So I'm not making this up. It says, do not allow fixed thinking to limit your vision. Break free and accept the unexpected opportunities in life, for your future is filled with infinite possibilities. And there's this person with their hands open, not resisting. This person is not being resistant. This person is in the path of least resistance, as it said here in this card at the top of the reading, where this person's arms are a little bit more constrained. This person's arms are way opened. So there you go. Who is he? I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to continue to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and continue to be subscribed to the channel. Don't forget to share my YouTube channel link with like-minded souls. And I hope that these messages have given you the clarity that you need in order for you to move forward in a situation, circumstance, or event. That being said, intuitive friends, I want to thank each and every one of you. And again, thank you so much, Who Is It, for your super today. Intuitive friends, if you missed the opportunity to get a reading here today on the live, no worries. Just subscribe to the channel, turn on your notification bell and all notification alerts so that you are notified the next time that I do a live. For those of you who are my current subscribers, my new viewers and visitors alike, I want to thank each and every one of you for your love, your support, and your loyalty to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. Take care, and until next time, bye-bye.